Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and I just want a few minutes of your very valuable and precious time to remind you that not only can you have, be, and do anything you desire to do, you have to decide to do it. You can say, well, I want to be this or I want to have this, but then you have to decide to do it. When you make the decision to do it, that's when it comes to light. And once it starts to come to light, you'll start to see little pieces of it until you have the full picture, until you are actually it. But the decision is first. You can want something, but until you decide you're going to have it, you're not going to have it. When you decide that even if obstacles come into your path, you will still realize that dream, then you will do it. You have to decide to want it though. Sometimes we say we want something, but we never make the decision to have it, and we never have it. That decision is the deciding part. That decision is the part where you say, I really want to get my degree in whatever it is. And I know that I am whatever age you are, and that may seem harder, but I'm deciding to do it, and then you go after it. You may be in a relationship and you know that the relationship is worth your time and your effort. You then decide to make the changes within yourself to be a pleasing partner, and your partner, if they're still there, 9 times out of 10, if you're the one that did the fuckery, as I like to call it, but you decide that you want that relationship and you decide to change the things about you that brought that about, you will heal that relationship. I know that most times if people stay in relationships, they're waiting for a change to occur. When they leave, it may not be. You can decide to want it in there. If they're gone, you may not be able to change that. And if they're gone emotionally, you can still, I believe, and research has shown, and testimonies, that if somebody has left you emotionally, but you decide that you want to change and you want that person, you can shift their emotional instability back to one of stability, wanting to be with you. But everything starts with the decision. And once you make the decision to do something, then the steps will come. You will start to see how to get to it. But first you have to decide it. One of the best ways to make a decision is to write it out. To write out the decision. The other day, I was looking at a card that one of my students from yoga had given me, just a random, wanted me to know how blessed they feel to have me in their life, and it is definitely vice versa. And on the back of the card, I wrote a decision that I made that by the end of the year, I would weigh 168 pounds, because that's the best weight for me at 5'8", and where I look and feel and have optimum health, cholesterol, blood pressure, everything. I made the decision and I wrote it on the back of that. I forgot that I even wrote it on the back of that, but I made the decision, I wrote it on the back of it, and a few days later, my mind switched to a place where I started the intermittent fasting again, eating at 4 p.m. every day and making Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where I only eat no more than 1,000 calories. I was doing a smoothie. Sometimes I just do steamed vegetables, but it's no more than 800 to 1,000 calories. And I made that decision on September 15th, and I'm already down 19 pounds. To get to my goal, I have 26 more or 24 more. You can do the math where I started at. I started at 207. It was really heavy. But I made the decision to make the change. And once I decided it and I wrote it down, my mind went to work to make that decision a reality. Now, will there be obstacles in my path? I'm pretty sure there will be. But because I've made the decision, I will be able to overcome those obstacles. I know that because I made a decision. Whenever you determine to do something, you will indeed do it. It may take time. but you will do it. So decide, what is it that you really want to do with your life? Decide to do that. Write it out. You don't have to tell anybody. I'm sharing the weight loss journey with you because it's something that I believe can inspire other people as you watch me lose the weight. But if you are wanting to do something, it's probably best while you're making the decision to keep it to yourself, to go within and to keep it with you. I don't subscribe to the fact that everybody's out to get you and you know, you can't trust people. I don't subscribe to that because I believe that there are more people that you can trust in your tribe than not, unless you're untrustworthy. Now, if you're not a trustworthy person, then you're going to be filled. A lot of everybody around you is untrustworthy because you only vibrate. You matriculate where you vibrate. So I believe that trust is available from all of my tribe because I am trustworthy. There have been times in my life where people have abused my trust, but that doesn't mean that I stopped trusting everybody. It means that they showed up in a way, because, you know, people show up in your life and do what they need to do to help you to grow. Sometimes you can grow and let them go. Sometimes you can grow and they stay. Depends on if they're growing with you. But for the purposes of what I'm saying in trust, yes, you're going to encounter people that you trust and they break your trust, but that's on them. They have some work to do, but think of it in terms of they've helped you grow. I believe, however, that not only do I attract those persons in my life to grow, but that they showed me they weren't going to be trustworthy. I just decided not to pay attention to it because I wanted to either experience that person, or I didn't have enough healthy self-esteem to see a duck and call it a duck and not call it a dog when I knew it was quacking and, you know, doing what ducks do. So that, just make the decision. Decide what it is you want to do. We are in the last quarter of a decade. So you have the opportunity right now to decide what 2020 is going to look like for you. Decide what the things you want to see happen. Now, this is the tricky part. After you decide what you want and you write it out, detach from the way it's going to come to you. Detach from the shoulda, the supposed, in the woods. And just live in the moment, and you do your part and be open to receive it from anywhere. Even somebody, I used to think that I couldn't receive stuff from people that I did not like. And I may not have liked them because they weren't likable, and they may have done things to me that made me not like them. But if they were given a gift, a genuine gift, I had to accept that may be their way of righting their wrongs, or it's the universe's way of allowing me to receive from people who aren't showing up in life in the best way. So be open and willing to receive from everybody. Be open but of course you're paying attention to making sure it's good. So the bus is here. My daughter's getting off. I just wanted to take a few moments of your time. It's been 8 minutes. I love you. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Hotep. Shalom alaikum. Peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.